Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is Martin with 𝐂𝐿TS Tutor. I want to thank you for joining me. Looks like we got quite a crowd here, 10 people. See, those who are online, do say hello. It's nice to have you, and it's nice to be here. 1 second. Okay, had to turn off my turn down my phone. Okay, so hello, Nilesh. Nice to see you. And hello, everyone else. So my name is Martin. I'm with 𝐂𝐿TS Tutor, the premium online IELTS service that serves India and the world. So if you're interested in IELTS and want to know more about 𝐂𝐿TS Tutor, stay tuned. Follow us here on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And be sure to like this video once we're finished. Also, if you want to know more, click on the button below and one of our representatives will get in contact with you as soon as possible. Again, 𝐂𝐿TS Tutor is the premium online IELTS training that features fully trained and credentialed staff, tutors like myself. I have been teaching for myself. I have been teaching IELTS, TOEFL, spoken English, and for over 8 years now. And I've literally helped hundreds of students achieve their goals. And together, all the staff at 𝐂𝐿TS Tutor have helped thousands of students achieve their goals. And we're really dedicated to helping you achieve the very best in IELTS. That's our goal. And so we have some people saying hello, travel foodie. You sound like an interesting person. I'm kind of a foodie myself. Hello, Shruti. And so nice to see you all. Thank you for coming. Oh, we have a few more people. Do say hello. At the end, I will have a few minutes open for questions. So don't be afraid to ask questions, okay? So let's get started. Now, today I'm going to talk about how to improve grammar. And see, that's an important aspect in IELTS speaking. And so let's take a closer look. Now, the importance of grammar in IELTS speaking. Well, the first thing to consider is grammar is the structure of making your speech understandable, okay? Without grammar, no one would be able to, without the rules of grammar, no one would be able to understand what's being said. And so it's important that that's the primary importance for grammar in English and any other language. But for IELTS speaking, grammar makes up 25% of your overall band score. So it's important to have reasonably good grammar. And note I said reasonably good. You do not have to be perfect, and I will explain that in a bit, okay? So, hello, Mana, nice to see you. Hello, Vikas. Okay, so let's move on. Now, what's considered for scoring grammar? So these are the areas for scoring grammar. We have range of structures used. This means sentence structure, from simple sentences to complex sentences, as well as different structures of grammar, such as tenses, prepositions, articles, things like that, okay? So those are what the scores are looking at your ability to use all the different structures of grammar. And then there's flexibility of use. So in some cases, you may use a different set of structure, different type of structure, or different structures rather, to convey the message that you want to use. For instance, you might use simple sentences, but then you might do a better job using more complex sentence, combining some sentences. So flexibility use here is the ability to select from a range of appropriate structures for the response that you wish to give. And then there's frequency of errors. Now, this ranges from having mostly free error-free sentences, and that would be like a band score of 9, to having frequent errors that may lead to misunderstandings. And that's, say, a band score of 4. All right, so your goal here is to have as few errors as possible. And again, I'll go into this a little bit further. So, okay, so let's move on. Now, I want to talk about grammatical structures. I briefly talked about them in the last slide. So there's 2 types. We have sentence structure. Simple sentences, such as, she went to the store. Then there's compound sentences. Those are a little bit more longer sentences. And then complex sentences. This is where you may combine two or more simple sentences into a complex sentence. And then there's other structures. Kind of mentioned those before, but a range of different tenses from past, present, and future tense, and all the different types of past and present and future tense. Then there's comparative forms. You may be asked to compare different things. So, such as, this piece of wood is smoother than the other piece of wood. Then you have relative clauses, conditionals, the passive voice, and others. So those are examples of other structures that you want to use during speaking. Okay. Is it possible to Zoom application in live? I'm not sure I understand your question, Nilesh. But let's move on. It looks like my session's going fine anyway. Now, I talked about your grammar doesn't have to be perfect. And here's why. You know, some errors are okay. They're not going, you're not going to lose points if you try to attempt some advanced structures, advanced forms of grammar, and you make mistakes. They want to see you try to make these advanced structures, okay? But one thing you want to keep in mind is that, again, you don't want to have a lot of errors. Some errors are okay, they won't greatly affect your score, provided that they do not cause misunderstandings, and they're very few in number. Okay. Nilesh, you asked me, is answering question come to be communication? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I will have a question and answer session at the end, brief one, just about maybe 5 minutes. So I'm really, if you're talking about the IELTS speaking itself, yeah, it's an interview type question, but I really suggest all of you watch my previous videos here where I talk about IELTS speaking. And I go into all the different aspects of IELTS, and I give you a lot of tips, and really encourage you guys to watch those videos. Hello, Gurpreet, nice to see you. Okay, so let's move on. Now, how to learn grammar. Now, it's important that you really spend time working on improving your grammar. And if you don't know it, you need to learn it. And you should spend at least an hour a day working on your grammar. And these are the things that you can do. First, you can purchase a grammar workbook, okay? A grammar workbook with exercises can really help you learn grammar and learn it quickly. Then you could take lessons from an institute like My IELTS Tutor. We're working on developing a grammar and spoken English course for you guys. Or there are many websites as well. You can sign up for lessons on grammar lessons on different websites. And then there are a lot of websites that are free that offer grammar lessons. English Club and British Council are two good free websites I really recommend. And then you want to practice what you learn. And you do this in your speaking and your writing too, okay? So you want to practice what you learn both in your speaking and your writing, okay? Now, let's talk about tips for improving grammar. Now, the first thing you want to do is learn the different grammatical structures and practice using them. Again, practice them both writing and speaking these structures. And then when you're speaking, record yourself and note the mistakes you're making. This is really important. This is really very important that you record yourself when you practice speaking. And then practice with a partner who can critique you, meaning who can help correct you, identify your mistakes, okay? And that's another important thing that you can do. And you can find practice partners, maybe a friend or family member who may speak English and maybe their English is a little bit more advanced than yours, or you can find practice partners online as well. There's paid websites, but you can also go on Facebook and look for practice partners. There are specific groups on Facebook where you can find a practice partner. And I really encourage you guys to do that. Now, tip 2, you want to listen to others speaking and note which grammatical structures they use. And you can do this by listening to podcasts, TED Talks, short videos, lectures, and newscasts. And while you're listening, you want to make note of the sentence structures that they use, from simple sentences, compound, and complex. And then, of course, the grammatical structures. Look at how they use tenses, how they use articles, comparatives as well, prepositions, and other structures. You want to start learning how native speakers use the words, use these structures, because one of the things that the examiner is going to test you on is how natural you sound in your speaking, okay? And so if you can learn to use the structures correctly and naturally by copying native speakers, you're on your way to doing that. Okay, now, improving grammar tip 3. Now, I mentioned this before, record yourself. Record yourself and note the structures you use and the errors you make. Then after you review the recording, correct your errors and try different structures. For instance, you may find that you're using a lot of simple sentences. In some cases, you can combine sentence, 2 or more sentences to create a more complex sentence. So try that, do that. I think it will help. Tip 4. Again, I talked about this, practicing with a partner. And here the partner can note down your errors and help correct them. And note the sentence structures that you use and suggest alternatives, like combining 2 sentences together. Okay? Now, tip 5. You want to practice speaking daily, all through the day, throughout the day. And why? Why do I say this? Well, you improve faster, you will become more confident, and the mistakes will become lesser over time. And it's important that you practice. You have to practice every day as much as you can in terms of speaking English. In terms of IELTS speaking, you need to practice on a daily basis as well. And on my second video, I talk about how to practice, and I really encourage you guys to watch that video. In fact, I really encourage you guys to follow us here on YouTube and watch our videos. Follow us on Instagram and watch our videos. And then click on that button for more information about My IELTS Tutor. All right, now tip 6. Now, don't be preoccupied with being perfect in grammar. A lot of times students try to be perfect both in grammar and vocabulary, okay? However, keep in mind that a few errors are okay, and you're likely to gain marks for attempting an advanced structure, even if you get it incorrectly. But the problem with trying to be perfect in grammar is that it can affect your marks in fluency. And that's another 25% of your overall band score. So if you keep trying to correct yourself in terms of grammar, you're going to sacrifice your fluency. So what you should do is this rule of thumb I have here. If you can correct yourself quickly, do so, but only for a minor error. If you make a big error, and you try to recover and try not to pause, just keep talking. Keep talking. And I talk about this, I do have a video here on YouTube about how to improve fluency. And again, I really encourage you guys to watch that. So, but in terms of errors, if you can correct yourself quickly, do so. Otherwise, just keep talking. You'll do much better overall if you do that, rather than trying to constantly correct yourself, okay? Hello, Raga, nice to see you. Okay. All right, so that's it for this session. I want to thank you guys. Now, do you guys have any questions about grammar or IELTS speaking? Now's the time to ask. So again, you can watch our videos here on Facebook. Follow us here on Facebook. My IELTS Tutor is the name of the channel. Follow us on Instagram, My IELTS Tutor. Do follow us on Facebook. We're here to serve you. We're here for you, and we're here to help you achieve your goals with IELTS. That's our primary goal. Oh, you're welcome, Travel Foodie. If you guys have questions, please do ask. So far, no questions, but we have a lot of people. Wow, 15 people. This is great. I really enjoy you guys coming and being here with me. I really enjoy sharing this stuff with you, sharing my knowledge of IELTS and really, what really makes me happy is really helping you guys achieve your goals, because you guys deserve all the best. You guys really you guys really deserve that. And you shouldn't let anything hold you back. And you should find, when you're looking for a trainer, you should find someone who's committed to your needs, to your goals. Not someone else's goals, but your goals. And that's what My IELTS Tutor is all about. We're committed to your goals. All right, so we have a couple comments. Foodie, you're very welcome. It's a pleasure having you. Well, Foodie says, I gave you a lot for, for my important time, but my time really is your time. My time here is your time. I'm here for you guys. Everyone here, everyone with My IELTS Tutor is here for you. Just you. We're not here for us. We're here for you because we care about the student. And that's what we want. We want to provide a premium quality service that meets the needs of you. And so if we don't have any questions, we have a question. Okay. All right, so Krishna has a good question. How many different types of sentences are expected to be used in speaking and writing modules to score a good band? Well, Krishna, all those 3 sentence types, simple, compound, and complex, are expected to be used, that you can use those 3 different types of sentences in your speaking and writing, okay? Doing that will score you much higher. So you want to be able to use a range of different sentence structures as appropriate. So it may be appropriate to say something in a simple sentence. And then in the next sentence, it might be a more complex sentence, okay? And then maybe a compound. So it really depends, but you need to be able to use all 3. It'd be flexible in their use. Okay, does that answer your question, Krishna? That's a great question, by the way. Okay, so looks like we don't have any more questions, so let's move on. What I want to do now is talk about My IELTS Tutor. So give you some idea of what we're all about. Now, My IELTS Tutor, as I said, we provide live premium online training from certified and trained staff, okay? And these are the things that we offer. And primarily what we offer boils down to one-to-one training and small group training. This ensures that you get the attention that you need. So you're not just stuffed into a classroom of 20 to 30 people. So learning with each other. And you may not get, you may get minimal attention from the instructor. Here you get a lot of attention. If it's one-to-one training with me or with any other teacher, you get that attention. We have small group sessions of up to four students, I believe. Everyone gets a chance to have everyone has a chance to get attention from the instructor. And so, we have a lot of things that we offer for our students: ebooks, PDFs, grammar ebooks, one-to-one speaking, live reading discussions, proven tip and strategy live sessions. And that's one of the, and this live session is one of those, proven tip and strategy. Okay. We have detailed one-to-one speaking feedback and analysis, understanding marking criteria. We also have complete mock tests and in-class discussions of those tests. And then individual practice tests for reading and listening. And then more importantly, we have for each student, a customized study plan that's focused on your strengths, but more importantly, enhancing your weaknesses, building on and enhancing your weaknesses. And so we offer that to every student, okay? So that's what we offer. And so myself, Nana, and Ms. Amita, we're the primary tutors of My IELTS Tutor. And together we have around 30 years of experience teaching IELTS. And so we're really committed to helping our students achieve their goals and beyond, actually. So for instance, if a student came to me and wanted 6.5 in speaking, why don't you go, I'll say, why don't we shoot for 7 7.5. So I always shoot for as high as possible for my students. That's my number one goal for you. So it's always shoot for the moon. And that's how we operate. And so here are some recent results from our students. 7.5, we have 8 bands here. And so, and many of our students do achieve, a lot of our students do achieve these bands from our service. And so, and for that reason, because we're so committed to you, this means that your bands are our responsibility. That's right, your bands are our responsibility. It's something we take very seriously, and we do everything we can to help you achieve the score you want, the score you desire, and more. And so that's our goal. I lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys. So be sure to like us here on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Same thing with Instagram and Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube. Like our videos. And if you want to know more about my IELTS tutor and learning from tutors such as myself or our other trained faculty, click on the button below, and one of our tutors, one of our representatives will get back to you as soon as possible. So that's it for today. Join me next week, same time, same channel, and I'll see you guys then. You guys take care. Have a pleasant evening.